Now, you could call the WCW hotline at 1-900-909-9900. One of the many things that kind of stick out in my head as far as Mean Gene Okerlund, who passed away at 76 today. And you see tributes coming from all around the industry, wrestlers presently, wrestlers that retired. Being late 30s, approaching 40, he was the voice of my childhood. And, he was in the AWA, WWF, WCW, then came back to the WWF and kind of went full circle. If I were to kind of talk and say what I remember about Mean Gene Okerlund, many things. Where do you even go with a person like that when you talk about Mean Gene? Where do you even start? His voice just kind of demanded your attention. He introduced so many of us to the wrestlers that we grew to love. There was always excitement in his voice when he did an interview. He was one of those guys who truly is a once-in-a-lifetime type of person. There simply isn't enough praise that can be bestowed upon a man like Mean Gene Okerlund. And I think Mean Gene Okerlund made every talent he was interviewing look good. As a kid, I remember, and I especially loved when he used to, quote, when he asked, quote unquote, foreign wrestlers to speak to their language, speak to their audience in their native tongue. They may have just been saying, this language I know, but it sounds good, doesn't it? But I loved it. Gene had the best facial expressions when he was, elevating the talent. I watch his interviews with Savage, Hogan, the Bobby Heenan family on a regular basis. Kind of what sticks out to me, when he was interviewing, and something, Mean Gene, or just that tag sticks out. It's a voice that you can't forget. His interviews with Savage is what I see, what I remember. What can you say? It's, he could also argue that this man, Mean Gene, was iconic to Hulkamania. He kind of put Hulkamania to light. He kept the wrestlers in line and was asking them for respect. And something, Mean Gene, that's one of the iconic lines of the golden era. Mean Gene, what Ric Flair used to say as well. I think what sticks out to me too the most, kind of, it's recent memory, when Hulk Hogan joined the NWO at Bash at the Beach, and Mean Gene was in the ring, and garbage was being pelted, hitting everyone in the ring. And Mean Gene was conducting that interview, and he acted genuinely shocked. Now, whether he knew or he didn't know, that's something I don't know. But he seemed genuinely shocked. Shocked, like the rest of the audience, as to what he was witnessing. Classic. One of the many memories I remember of Mean Gene Okerlund. Hope all is well.